Okay, Fable 3 review.
Hey, I was supposed to say the intro. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Pyrus,
Jeremy.
and we are reviewing Fable 3. There you go. There,
All
Jeff.
right, all right. Fable 3. Um, I have to say, it's probably one of the worst games I ever played, and it's the best game that I've ever been disappointed at because I was so fucking excited for this game because I used to like the Fable thing.
The term used to is
Yeah,
used
you
as the key word here.
used to. Fable 3 ruined that for me. I started playing. My friend came over and I started playing the game, and then what immediately turned me off was your the main character talks because in the other games he never talked, and it was cool because it was like, oh, he's kind of like you know, and then they picked the worst voice actor to play him. I don't know his name.
I
He
know,
sounds like Orlando Bloom.
I know, I've heard him. He sounds like Orlando Bloom when
Yeah,
he's high. I, li-
yeah,
I like the voice acting in it, except for the characters that are speaking. That's the thing. Everyone in the game sounds bad. I haven't played, but I have seen the thing on that thing we always look at on those
I
websites. I've heard their voices, and it sounds repulsive because you think, and he's like, oh, sweet, voice acting in a game. Impossible, right? Then you're like, wait a second, Fable 2 and 1 were made like 5 years ago, and they had better voice acting and better quality in their voices.
Yeah, and I think when they made this game, they were like, "Oh, I people are gonna buy this game whether or not we make it good. Let's just throw it out there, half-ass the job,
Yeah, I think they,
screw the voice,
yep,
just
this,
put. They even put the stuff. They even put like the little villagers or whatever in the game. They have the same exact. Some of the people they have the same exact voices and the same exact sentences that they said in the other game.
oh wow, talk about cheap. But I think this game has pulled a Star Wars The Phantom Menace on all video game players out there.
Hmm.
Because this game, they expected it so bad. And then once they see it, and then they're like, why did we do this to mankind?
And the worst part of this game, it's not in the game. It's the website, Lionhead. Because when you go over there and you make any complaint, you got 100 fanboys coming at you like you've just insulted God. Like they defend it like it's their religion.
A sacrilegious, fable, biased. Oh, I'm gonna go on there and you know what? If you guys go on there and troll, I would not care otherwise. In fact, I encourage you to.
Yeah, do it.
We're gonna put a link in the back in the bottom so we can so you can troll them up. I do not like these guys at all.
They
They're idiots. They have no clue what they're talking about.
well, they're like,
I mean, each is entitled to their opinion, but no, your opinion's wrong. So,
especially on this.
yeah, it's not funny. Yeah, so how about the plot? So what's the plot about?
All right, the plot is about, you know, you're the king's brother. King's a douche. Your dad is in the old game, and they said, oh, you can import your character from the first game, so it's like he's your dad in the third game. I mean, I'm sorry, the second game to the third game. And anyway, but nope, it's just your dad's gen. If you made your person a male or female in the second game, it's just their gender that gets put in. Nothing else. Nothing from the second game is ever mentioned in the third game. If your guy in the second game was a gay douchebag who just killed, like, just slaughtered everybody, none of that is in there. And apparently, gay people screw women too because, he has kids.
You must have missed a dark room.
He must have went into like a party one day and just got totally drunk, you know,
And it
and
just
just
doesn't.
accidentally screwed someone
Yeah, it just
and
doesn't
became
add up.
king.
It doesn't add up. All the things in here they just keep trying to crowbar in. It's not working. And I'm pretty sure they know it because you don't see commercials for this anymore. You saw commercials for it, and then they released the beta, and then people were like, "Oh, this is Fable." Good night, and they just leave. It
And
is.
I'd hate to be the people that bought it when it first came out because it's like,
It
I
was.
mean, you could have bought it because for some of the like the limited edition or whatever shit, it's like $80. they think because it's Fable, because usually it's gonna be all right, because it's Fable. So they buy it 80 bucks, they go home and they throw the controller through the TV because
Yeah.
they've beaten it in 5 minutes.
And then they realize that the 5 minutes they just wasted, they could easily have
How
done
long?
something
How
more.
long does a revolution take? 5 minutes to
Yes,
freaking get
it takes
through.
exactly 5.2 minutes to do.
Half the game is a revolution. You become king.
Those
And
0.42 minutes was just the loading screens in
but
between.
it's so rushed. There's about 1,000 loading screens. Pretty much there's 10 hours of the game, 5 hours loading screens. The other five just running around to do your quests and stuff. And 5 minutes is each quest.
Uh, well, and the thing is, they don't even have the good graphics. And back in the old game, it took like what,
This
like 1 minute for it to load the entire like
the
map,
second game has better graphics than the third game.
and it's like, and it was on like a PS2 and the Xbox, and it was
Wasn't on the
horrible.
PS
I'm sorry, it was on the Xbox, and it was
360.
360. It was horrible porting for both of them because they had to load for like ever. And Fable 3 was made for the third generation game
Yeah,
consoles,
there's more loading screens in Fable 3 than there is in any of the Fable games.
probably combined.
Yeah, combined.
I mean, don't waste your time, and don't waste your time loading. This you might as well just lift up the cartridge and just tear it in half and throw it out the window and stab someone. Probably not the stabbing part, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Don't look at this. It's not. Don't even.
All right. Here's how bad the graphics are in Fable 3. Your guy's hair in Fable 2, it looked real, like it actually moved. You could actually, especially the beards. Now the beards is where it really looks fake in Fable. Like in Fable 3, your hair looks like it's clay, pretty much. It looks like it's brown clay that you just walk around with.
Just threw it on your head and just
Yeah,
walked out as like, that was a nice day. I hope my
the
hair
beards
doesn't
are
cake.
worse. The beards are worse. Like I could see like Xbox, like straight NES games have better beards than this game. The beard is like clay too, except
Wow.
worse.
It's like I'm gonna walk outside today and let's hope my facial hair doesn't cake in the sun.
There's about 5 clothing options in the whole game, and they say there's so much fucking clothes in this game.
And we're just plotting around about all the imperfections we can find in this game. But do you have a rating for it?
0,
Well said. I'm gonna give it a -1 for all the things I've done
Neg-
to it.
-1.
We're gonna change it to -1. If anything is horribly bad, we're going to make it Fable 3 bad.
Yeah, if there's ever a game that is super bad, there's not going to be a 0 rating. It's going to be Fable 3.
We will tell you, and you will know, because this is no laughing matter. Do we look like we are laughing here? We are, but this is serious. Don't get this game.
Don't waste. Don't even rent the game.
Don't even rent it. Don't look at it in Blockbuster. If you go into Blockbuster and look at it,
Throw it in the toilet.
they should revoke your Blockbuster privileges trying to think about renting that game. It's not worth it at all. Please save yourself the pain. All right, I believe we've gone through all the things we can rant about, and we're also running out of
Oh, their
time.
dog.
Oh, the dog. You could
There's
save
no
the
point.
whole dog for
There's
another
no.
story.
There's no.
We
there's no.
we could very well go on tangents about that dog.
Yeah.
And
Fuck the dog.
you already did that because in the beginning scene you end up in the bed with the dog. And
And under the covers too.
under the covers too. It's like,
The butler finds you under the covers with the dog.
how do you explain that? He's like, "Sir, what are you doing?" He's like, "I was playing Find the Peanut Butter with Lassie, and she found it all right." And that dog is just not pleasant. But we could go on for hours about this game, but we're going to leave it at this. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. This is Pyrus,
Jeremy.
and we wish you a Merry Christmas, middle of March.